Dining out Bentonville. Beyond the menu, behind the flavor.
Chef Rios.
Chef Yeyo, how are you?
So good to see you again, buddy.
So happy to have you here.
This. Please, sir,
Yeah,
have a
thank
seat
you.
in your own restaurants. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Pleasure.
Wonderful.
This is our second time together.
It's at least our second time.
A second time or more. I'm not sure.
At
but
least.
yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dining Out Bentonville, brought to you by the lovely folks at Visit Bentonville. And with me, your host, Bijou. Today, we're here with Chef Rios of Yeyo's. And if you're anybody who's lived here for any length of time at all, you've been to Yeyo's, or you've heard of Yeyo's and you've tried to get in, but they're so popular. The lines, sometimes you come here, there's an hour wait to get in. You must wait and get in. Chef Rios, thank you so much for doing this. We're sitting in this wonderful extension of your restaurant. The whole front of it has been remodeled, yeah?
Yes, the entire restaurant has been remodeled. We have the ability to now have this extension via an event center. We have a little stage behind us. I'm gonna say this: it has the all of the elements of Mexico through the Bitla, Oaxaca is represented through our mats and the floors, barro negro again from Oaxaca, and clay and artifacts from different parts of and regions of Mexico. We even have some benches made with the rafter pieces of the Union Station in Missouri.
Really?
And yeah, St. Louis.
So is that one of the benches back there?
Yes, that's one of them. So we made them
That's a
into
huge
benches.
chunk of
yeah.
wood.
Yeah, that's
That's-
like, it requires about 4 people to just lift it.
What other parts of Mexico?
Well, in reality, the food represents all of Mexico. We have Mexico City represented. We have mole negro from Oaxaca. We have La Paz. We have Rosarito, Ensenada. We have seafood on the menu. We have rabbit from the southern part of Mexico in Yucatan.
Okay, did you
so-
have seafood on the menu before? Is that new?
No, that's totally new. People wanted seafood forever.
I think of Ensenada.
Yeah.
I think of that whole region. I think
Yeah.
seafood.
So we have ceviches on the menu. We have red snapper from the coast of the Pacific coast in Acapulco Bay. So all those new menu items that are seasonal, we're gonna have a summer menu and a fall menu and a winter menu, all very carefully selected to represent the different
Very
regions.
regional as you go. So for folks who have not been here yet, you know, this is really a special restaurant. The Rios family has farms here. How long have you had your farms here?
The first farm was established in 2006.
2006.
And then we have a second farm that was established in 2020.
Whoa. And where's this? Is it also on the east side of town?
Yes, so
farm?
Little Flock Road, 24th Street in Little Flock, Arkansas,
Yeah.
which is just miles from here. And then the other one, the other second farm, Reese Family Farm, is located in Avoca.
Evoca. Yeah.
So
I've been to
not
the
too
Avoca
far.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to the Evoca one, and it feels like you're 100 miles away, but it's a 5-minute drive.
Yes,
You know,
correct.
that way, so
Yeah.
yeah. It's
So
very
we
cool.
literally have my dad and my mom, in-laws, family members that work the farm, and they deliver the produce here every morning, which is really cool. It's hard to find that around here, especially when it comes to Mexican food. Mexican restaurants, farm-to-table approach,
Yeah.
you know.
It's hard to do what you're doing. So if you're starting a new restaurant, the whole idea that not only are you going to open a restaurant, but you're going to have your own farm, and you're going to have your own family supporting the farm, supporting the restaurant. That's that's impossible to do unless, you know, you have generations of family here with you that have been at it for the last 20, 21 years here, which is incredible.
That's incredible. And what's most incredible or most important is that these same family members help us establish a brand, establish, not diluting any of the recipes. So basically, if it's meant to be spicy, it's going to be spicy.
It's gonna be spicy.
If it requires beans or whatever it is, it requires to make sure that we can take people back to those regions of Mexico, then that's what we're going to do.
The food here, I've had many times. Every time friends are visiting, we come here, whether for brunch or in the evenings. The food here is so unlike and unexpected for any sort of Mexican restaurant in the U.S. anywhere, but definitely for Arkansas. I think people think Arkansas, they think, oh, Bentonville, Arkansas, you're in the middle of nowhere, USA. How can the food be any good? But not only is the ethnic food in general really good here, but your food is unlike anything I've ever had in the country, like around the US. And I'm fortunate I get to try a lot of food. But what you do here is the flavors you get from even the very simplest of the moles that you make, the really light chilies roasted and ground into it, you get that depth of flavor from very, very humble ingredients. Why are you doing that in Arkansas? People just want tacos, right?
That's for the most part. That's not. People want everything that's tasty.
Yeah.
That represents a country. For instance, in our case, and we don't cut corners. So if it's meant to have a mulatto chili in it, we're gonna go and find it.
Yeah.
And we import. We stone grind. We have equipment and tools that are made specially for us, so that we can, create those processes and make sure that we are presenting people with what we want, meaning a full representation of the culture in a plate. And it's not hard. We just need to make sure that we keep our roots where they need to be, and the base. The foundation of the Mexican food is at home, and that's what you want to present.
It's a great way to say it, yeah. Foundation of Mexican food starts at home and is at home. We're fortunate we get to share in that with you. If you're watching and listening, there's a lot of noise in the background, a lot of chaos. They're making 1,000 servings of food, multiple servings of different dishes for an event tonight at Ledger, just super close to us over here.
A mile from here.
A mile from here. In addition to that, you've got this restaurant, you've got your lovely restaurant in Rogers, which I also love. You've got the food truck downtown, you've got the farms and the farmers markets. What else do you have going on? That doesn't seem like enough. You must have more going on.
Well, there's not enough. We do have a new project happening as we speak. It has to do with the manufacturing of tortillas and tortilla products. We used to make those tortillas here at the restaurant, so now we're venturing out into the wholesale part. So you'll see Yeyo's tortillas in the shelves sometime soon. But most important, we are a giving family. So we have Yeyo's gives back in our website. So there's an X amount of money that goes out to single moms, art programs, music programs for
all
kids.
in the Northwest Arkansas region? Or?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes, and then we have partnered up with Two Friends Bookstores.
Okay.
It's a community bookstore that is non-for-profit arm. We have Casa Magnolia Project. It's literally one of the historical homes in downtown Springdale.
Yeah.
And this house hosts the bookstore, the ice cream shop, Sweet Dream Creamery. We craft our own ice cream. We have a coffee shop, a bakery, and Yeyo's, the Blue Demon. There's a big, beautiful truck that's called the Blue Demon.
That's yours?
Yeah.
The Blue Demon, okay.
Yeah, so that's Yeyo's has a presence there as well, and this is more like community driven. So incentivize programs to have multilingual families come and read books.
Yeah.
And we have a piano that is 125 years old, fully tuned. People can go in there and play it. Dungeons and Dragons Club, chess clubs, book clubs, and all of that stuff.
The piano, the dungeons, this is all part of the truck, or
it's part of the house.
Part of the house, okay. And where's the house? I didn't.
This house is located at 414 Holcomb Street in downtown Springdale.
In downtown Springdale, so that's the latest project.
You can also see have reference to it as the Blue House on Holcomb.
So, I mean, there's so much land to cover on everything that you're doing. Is all this on your website somewhere, on the Yeyo's website?
Yes. So Yeyo's it's got all the 4 locations in there, including the Springdale location. And Casa Magnolia is a totally different project.
Okay.
It's a sister company where we are, again, incentivizing the community with a better cost, coffee at an affordable cost, ice cream at an affordable cost. And we're working with our vendors to take a smaller profit margin so we can transfer this to the community and make it a little bit more affordable.
Yeah.
Including pay what you can bookstore. So if you don't have money, you can still get a book. If
still read.
Yeah.
Still get something to read.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. So for folks that have been fortunate to come and check out the places, obviously a lot of us started with the food truck downtown. We know the trucks, we know the burritos that are bigger than my head. They're wonderful. You sit there, you wait. It's right in the middle of downtown Bentonville. Is that what started for you? Was that the first one?
That's correct. I started this food truck in 2012, and that's the first one of its kind in Bentonville.
Yeah.
A groundbreaking opportunity for us to showcase Mexican food, with higher quality and making sure that we were paying attention to the craftsmanship, how it's being prepared, the process of making the rice, and having standardized recipes so that there's continuity and stuff like that. So that's what we started in 2012. This restaurant where we are now started in 2017.
Yeah.
And then 2019, right before COVID, we opened this restaurant in this mezcal bar in Rogers,
That is a beautiful space, by
which
the way.
we then closed. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. It's like a museum of masks.
Yeah.
And
Wait, did you close it? Is that what you just...
no, we
Okay,
closed
yeah, it's-
when we opened this restaurant. We closed because of COVID.
Got it.
And then we reopened 2 years later because that's how long it took for us to get back on our feet.
So the Yeyo's in Rogers with the Mezcal bar, it's behind Onyx. It's right in the main drag. There you go. If you're looking at the Onyx building, just walk to the left behind it. It's beautiful. You go up some stairs. It's a gorgeous, intimate space. I love that space so much. We have so much more to talk about, and we could go on for hours, but also the folks watching and listening know that every time we do this, we get to make a great grilled cheese with the chef, his interpretation of whatever a grilled cheese would be with their ingredients, seasonal, fresh, his favorite, it doesn't matter. We get to share something that is in the format remotely of a grilled cheese, which also makes me think of two things. One,
I like the remotely part. Well, that's what we're going to do today.
you're up for another James Beard Award.
Yes.
When is that happening this week?
That happens in June 16th at the Opera in Chicago.
Yeah.
And we have been invited. We're, for the first time in 5 nominations, a nominee, like an actual finalist. We've been finalists, but we're in the short list. And I get to wear my bow tie and be a formal dressed attendee, and hopefully we can bring that home.
So I know most folks watching know how important and how prestigious a James Beard Award is for not only for the restaurant itself, but for the whole community. Anybody getting a James Beard nod, anybody winning a James Beard Award really elevates everyone in the community and brings more eyeballs and more attention to us and more interest in the culinary scene here. And I can't imagine anybody better than you to receive it and to carry the torch, and because you're already doing so much for the community, and the food here is so wonderful and so lovely, and it just, you can tell that it comes from the heart, which then also brings me back to, the way that you speak about standardizing recipes, standardizing menus, the way that you look when you walk. Every single time I've seen you in the last couple of years, you look exactly like this. You're always sharp, on point, ready to go. There's got to be a military background in there somewhere.
There is a military background. I try not to bring this to work so much because then I will militarize this place, and that's scary.
Yeah.
But there's certain things, like making sure that the tables are neat, making sure that people are doing the right thing, making sure that we have continuity, that we follow rules and recipes, and that we don't just do things to do them.
And you served in the
They
U.S.
have
Army.
a purpose, yes.
Yeah, when you were a younger man.
Yeah.
And for folks that didn't grow up in military families or strict families, when you're a kid, it sucks. When you're going through, but later in life, you realize it actually makes life easier.
Yeah.
When you have a certain set of parameters and guides for everybody, we're all working off the same notes. It makes everyone's life simpler and makes the whole experience better.
It's a lot about teamwork and creating teams that are capable of overcoming obstacles that that are commonly coming to us. So it allows you to do mentorship. It allows you to do a lot of things that normally, and everyone can do this, but when you have a military background, there's this pronounced way of doing things. And it has to do with like, hey, don't do that because that's not right. You don't do that because that's not right. Or, hey, come, let me teach you a thing, or let me teach you a couple things so that you
Let me show you a better way.
Yeah. And become good citizens. People, we become mentors in this industry, period. And I love to see success stories within my teams. And that's really what I focus on when I think military,
Yeah. And it's a good point, too. Whether you want to or not, at some point in your life, at some age, you are mentoring people, good or bad. You're mentoring people. Other people are looking to you for inspiration, for advice, for direction. And, you know, I personally, I know you do, we do the best we can to be a good influence on people. And it definitely shows here. Looking at the new menu, there's a lot of new items, more seasonal. I saw rabbit on there, seafood, which I hadn't seen before. Tell me about that. Is the whole new menu, is it regularly changing? Is it a set menu for the year? What do you think?
Yeah, it's just another step of showcasing Mexican cuisine by the regions. So very pronounced places. You know, we have the peninsula, the Yucatan Peninsula. We have the Pacific fully represented through our seafood, Acapulco Bay. So very, very, very much things that remind me of of something that I had in the past that kind of stuck with me. And I said, man, everyone should know this and have this. So the idea behind the seasonal menu is not only to offer the staples that people like and know,
Yeah.
but also enrich people and the bounty that Mexico has in terms of food.
Mexico's a big country.
Yeah, and it's one of the big countries in the world that has, for history,
With a
been-
massive culinary
yeah,
history.
yeah.
And the ingredients and everything changes so much.
And I want to showcase this to people. There's more than tacos, there's more than carnitas, there's more than al pastor tacos, which are staples. I mean, no one can live without those anymore, you know. But I think there's so much more for people to see and know.
Yeah.
So the processes, the ingredients, you know, rabbit is on the menu. We eat it in Mexico. We eat feta cheese in Mexico. We confit in Mexico. We do all this great stuff.
Wait, you eat feta cheese?
Yeah.
Like
Goat cheese.
goat cheese.
Yeah.
And you do the dry aging on it, so it's kind of
Yeah.
crumbly. Oh,
Yes. Yeah. So all of those things, it's like we do have cotija, you know, the Romano cheese version of, you know, or
Is it
or
asadero?
Parmesan
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah. Nice.
Asadero is from the northern part in Chihuahua, the northern part of Mexico, from Zacatecas and to the borderlines. But we have all of those things, and people need to know that.
Yeah. And what better place to experience it than here? That being said, I think it's time for us to go in the kitchen and make a grilled cheese.
Let's go and see what we can do.
All right, I love this. Thank you.
I'm gonna show you how to do a grilled cheese sandwich, the real grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, the real grilled cheese.
From Mexico. So rather than using the traditional, sourdough or something
Yeah.
like that, we're gonna use the telera bread, which is a very much a French bread. It will have a little bit of the crust on the top.
Nice.
And it's kind of hard, but it's gonna get really beautifully done here. So we're gonna start with a little bit of butter,
Nice. We like this already.
and we're gonna place it face down first. We're gonna be using a different kind of cheeses. Like normally you would use like Gruyere cheese or something like that, but we don't carry that here. So I'm gonna make it with what we have.
Okay.
A little bit of Monterey Jack, some sharp cheddar, a little bit of sauteed vegetables, grilled onions,
Nice.
tomatoes, and then our version of the tartar sauce from Baja California.
Okay, I'm going to
Which
stay
is
out of the
gonna be
way so
great.
you can do this.
Yeah.
My
So-
hands are out of the way.
Yes.
That
So-
looks incredible.
Yes.
I want to eat the
It's
cheese.
gonna be super refreshing, sharp. The cheese is gonna be a little bit on the sharp side, almost pungent. It'll take a little bit of time to get this done. Okay.
I love it. I have a feeling whatever happens here, it's going to be good.
Well, we're gonna use a little bit of the vegetables again.
Nice,
We
nice.
could use this with pork chook, which is our grilled pork, and it could be an al pastor seasoning. It could be carnitas, more like on the side of the cubano, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So we can make it in so many different ways, but for this occasion, we're gonna make it with just like the blistered tomatoes, caramelized onions, the sauce. And, yeah.
Okay, I love this very much. I know you're going up for a James Beard Award. How many times have you been nominated?
This is my 5th nomination, and the very first time ever that I'm actually making as the nominee. Like,
Okay, got it.
so finalist, 5th time as a finalist, 1 time this year as the nominee.
And you were
along with Chef Cooper and
right.
Wright's Barbecue.
Yeah, Wright's Barbecue. So you were definitely one of the first, if not the first chef in the state of Arkansas many years ago to get nominated or
Yes.
to get a nod from James Beard.
Yes, this shows consistency basically.
Yeah.
So we're the first chefs, the first chef in Northwest in the state of Arkansas, along with Matt McClure. I don't know if you
Oh,
recall.
yeah.
Matt McClure is now in Vermont, I believe,
Oh, nice.
if I recall. Hi, chef.
Hey, Matt.
He's doing great things. He's actually one of the Iron Chef or
Oh, is he
Chop,
really?
one of those big shows. So just say thank you for all his mentorship because he was one of the first ambassadors of the culinary scene here as well, along with Mike Robershaw and Matt Cooper.
Oh, wow.
So
So it's pretty cool to think that going from having one chef from the entire state years ago to having 3 chefs from right here getting nominated this year from James Beard. That's pretty special to see how the whole community and the whole, community of chefs and restaurants has really come up a long way in the last few years.
I agree. Well, it shows consistency. It shows that we're doing something right here in Northwest Arkansas. And talent is coming in. It's
Yeah.
pouring in from all parts of the world. So I believe that there's a lot of talent here in the Northwest Arkansas region and more coming every day. So
We need
there's-
more of you coming this way
Yes.
so you can work with fine gentlemen like this, and help us.
Yes.
Help us continue to grow. All right, I'm going to be really
So-
quiet and really still.
No,
What do you
you're
got?
good. So we got the crema sauce. It has some capers. It has tarragon.
Oh,
It
man.
has more caramelized onions and some peppers.
So it's like a really extra tartar sauce.
Yes.
It's yes, I like it. Touch is happening.
Yeah.
Nice.
A very good cheese. Gonna put this right on top.
Beautiful.
Has an extra sharp cheddar. We're gonna put some extra in there because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it so much. And then we finalize with a little bit of Monterey and cheddar, just regular cheddar. Put this in here.
What are the chances this is going to make the menu at some point? Maybe a special menu, maybe a brunch special.
I think this is good for when after a bike ride, like you
Yeah.
normally do, and then just a snack. Great,
Wonderful.
And we can make different versions. Like I said, we got some chicken. We can do chicken. We can do pork. We can do
You got
al pastor
shrimp, you got
seasoning,
lobster, you got
all
that.
kinds of stuff. Yeah, but this is more like family
I like
meals.
it, yeah.
We normally do this for like family meals, and we actually have a Italian day. We have a Chinese day.
You do?
We make Chinese food here at Yeyo's for our
For the
employees.
staff, for the family meals.
Yeah.
And if you've never worked in a restaurant, the family meal is usually the best meal happening, but you can only get it if you work in the kitchen.
So we're gonna
Sorry.
turn the temperature down just a bit so it becomes crispy and beautiful. We don't want it to smoke too much.
Look at this. Hey, chef,
All right,
ready?
we're gonna get this out.
Nice grill marks on there. I
Nice
like
grill
it.
marks. Nice and crispy.
Look at that.
Feel that? We're gonna share this.
This. Beautiful. All right. Let me
That's
put
the
it here.
cheese.
I did not touch yours, by
Oh,
the
that's
way.
good.
Chef, thank you, buddy.
Cheers.
This is beautiful. Look at
Hope you
this.
enjoy it.
Huh? Mmm.
Nice and crispy, yeah?
Boom. That bread is crunchier than it is crisp. It's the texture is really good.
And the good thing about Calera bread, it's versatile. You can make tortas out of this.
Yeah.
You can make grilled cheese sandwiches like this.
Because it's nice and dense, but it's crunchy without being hard.
Yes.
Oh man, that's good.
So
And
you will hear the crunch in every bite, but it's not hard.
That's what make tortas so special too.
Yeah.
You get every bite. You get and the onions are nice and sweet. The cheese has a little bit of heat, or the blend.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Well, thank you, chef.
Yeah.
One more time. Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you. Come to Yeyo's. Say hi to this guy, huh?